This is day 80 of trying to circumnavigate Spain and Portugal without using paved roads in a 4x4. I arrived back to the car after having had to leave it for a couple of months to avoid overstaying my EU visa. The old beast didn't like having been left this time and gave me a bit of jip to start with, but eventually spluttered back into life. I'd missed the sound of that old 6-cylinder, though admittedly it was a little more throaty than normal because my muffler had fallen off on the day that I was due to leave a couple of months previously. With the vehicle running, I popped the roof and made camp for the night. The next morning, I set about organising everything inside the camper. Did a few internal wiring jobs that I've been meaning to get to for a while, like finally wiring this roof fan, and made a breakfast of some eggs on the stove inside the camper. I booted up the Red Art Manager 30 to manage the power inside the cruiser, went shopping for food, organised inside the camper cupboards, and then tried to tidy up after the day's chaos. Next morning, it was eggs in the camper again, before going to the Santiago Industrial District to buy some steel tube for some projects in the coming days. After that, I did some work online in the sweltering heat, made a bit of lunch in the camper, and waited for the day to cool off a bit, which it mercifully did around 7 o'clock. The next day was a hive of activity. I went to my friend Homero's workshop, and we had a massive day, welding up the exhaust system, repairing and reinforcing my steering linkages, and rebuilding my swivel balls, knuckle assembly, and bearing hub. The following day, it was time to upgrade these old halogen lights, which are so dim that it's frankly dangerous to drive at night. I pulled the old lights out and sized up these new awesome looking LED headlights to go in their place. This is a massive improvement in both looks and performance. I packed the car down and I was finally ready to get back on the trail, which I did, hitting the road out towards the coast where my trail would resume, but not before overheating on the side of the highway. There really is never a dull moment when travelling overland in a 30-plus-year-old vehicle.